when we look at a curve, so I've got a curve here in figure 12 here. This is just one of the book problems. When we look at a curve, we are noticing that the slope changes, right? It's not consistent. So when I look at this, I'm going to have a different value that I can assign to each of these points as I go through it. And really what I'm doing is I'm drawing a line at that exact point. I drew a very bad line there. And I'm going, well, what's the slope of that line at that point? Obviously, it's going to be different at A than it is up here at B. So when I look at these, really what you should be able to look at and go, okay, is it 0 or is it 0? So is it completely flat? Or is it, you know, a small slope, a big slope? Is it positive or negative? And remember, we read graphs left to right, just like we read a book. So when I look at point A, okay, I want it to exit drawing, okay. When I look at point A, I can see this is increasing because as I read from left to right, it is going up, whereas point D is going to be decreasing, so this is negative. So A and B are both positive slopes. A is going to be a really small one, right? It's barely moving, where B is going to be a much bigger number. That's heading towards vertical. It could be a very big number. C here, this is a peak. This is flat. This is 0 because right here at this point, there's no change. It's consistent. And you can have a long consistent point. And then I can see here at D again, this is a bigger number, but it's a negative number. This one here, that's probably going to be 0 again. That's flattened out. Whereas if I was then to come here, there's not a point right here, but say I was to add a point right here, okay? That point would be positive again because I've came down here and now I'm going up. So now here at F, this is still negative because now I'm going back negative. So it changes. So as you're looking at this, should you be able to look at this and go, that's 2.3? No, we're going to learn methods for finding that. But you should go, oh, that's a big positive number, or that's a big negative number, or oh, that looks like 0. That's what I want you to be able to look at a graph and tell, as you're doing it, you're looking, oh, what's happening to the graph as it changes.